Hey kids, my name is Pastor Ryan, and so excited to have you guys back here for the second week of our series, Crossover, here on Treeline Kids at Home. Let's jump on into service. Before we get started, let's go over our memory verse like we do every week. I'm going to give you guys a couple seconds. Think of it. If you have a note written down, don't look at it. Whatever you need to do, get ready. Scream it at me. 3, 2, 1, go. If you guys got the verse, awesome, congratulations. You guys are really learning God's Word, really learning all about the Bible. If you didn't get it, let's review it together right now. God is able to do immeasurably more than all we ask or imagine. Ephesians 3:20. Let's read that one more time together. God is able to do immeasurably more than all we ask or imagine. Ephesians 3:20. Now let's go into our time of worship. So jump up on your feet, stretch, get ready to worship Jesus. we're going to go into our slower time of worship, but something we're going to start doing is maybe these songs might not even have motions in general. The whole point here is we want you to focus on the words, focus on worshiping with Jesus, maybe not necessarily dancing around. And so that might be this week. So make sure you guys dial in and really spend some time with Jesus right now.
Before I spoke a word, you were singing over me. And you have been so, so good to me. Before I took a breath, you breathed your life in me. You have been so, so kind to me. Oh, the overwhelming, never-ending, reckless love of God. Oh, it chases me down, fights till I'm found, leaves the 99. I couldn't earn it, and I don't deserve it. Still you give yourself away. Oh, the overwhelming, never-ending, reckless love of God. When I was your foe, still your love fought for me. And you have been so, so good to me. When I felt no worth, you paid it all for me. And you have been so, so kind to me. And oh, the overwhelming, never-ending, reckless love of God. Oh, it chases me down, fights till I'm found, 99, and I couldn't earn it, and I don't deserve it. Still you give yourself away. Oh, the overwhelming, never-ending, reckless love of God. No shadow you won't light up, mountain you won't climb up, coming after me. There's no wall you won't kick down, lie you won't tear down, coming after me. There's no shadow you won't light up, mountain you won't climb up, coming after me. There's no wall you won't kick down, lie you won't tear down, coming after me. Oh, the overwhelming, never-ending, reckless love of God. Oh, it chases me down, fights till I'm found, leaves the 99. And I couldn't earn it, I don't deserve it. Still you give yourself away. Oh, the overwhelming, never-ending, reckless love of God.
Like I said, this is our second week of our series, Crossover. We're going through these books of the Bible, kind of called the Judges and the Prophets, talking about all these things that God is trying to do with the Israelites. And so this week, we're talking about this guy named Joshua and all his people who are walking around this town with a big, big wall. So we'll learn about that right now in the video.
Hey there, you little chicken nuggets. It's me, Crusher Carl, and welcome to Grow TV.
Welcome to Grow TV. Introducing your host, Carl. And your co-host, Cassie. Where we learn, where we grow, and we talk about Jesus. once again welcome to Grow TV.
Hey there! Like I said, the name is Crushing Carl. Why is it Crushing Carl? Because I'm Carl, and I like to crush things. Don't try that at home. If I could describe myself in 3 words, it would be 1, determined, 2, headstrong, 3, jackhammer. Here at Grow TV, I believe in 2 things. 1, protein powder is the only thing that fuels me. And 2, lifting things over my head is the only thing that brings me joy.
Hey, Carl.
Cassie! I'm not sure who you're referring to, but my name is Crushing Carl, the sole protector of my home. Planet Liftness and the son of Sir Lifts a Lot.
What are you talking about?
Cassie, I'm trying to do a character. Just roll with it, please.
Okay, so Crashing Carl?
Crushing Carl!
Right, Crushing Carl. So what do you do for fun?
What do I do for fun? Usually have fun flexing in front of the mirror, throwing bad guys into outer space. And on the weekends, I like to drink a frappuccino and watch romantic comedies till I cry.
Cool, so what are your gifts?
How much time do you have?
At least 3 minutes.
Well, I speak 13 languages, balance a ladder on my chin, and also bend any metal on the planet.
Really? Any metal?
Any metal.
Really? Because I have this titanium tennis racket, and I was curious if you could...
I mean, I could, but I was kind of resting today, because leg day.
I mean, if you can't do it, I get it.
I can do it!
All right, let's see it.
All right. Any metal, I said.
How's it going?
Great, just warming up. Just warming up. Gotta warm metals up before you can bend it.
You can give up if you want. There's no shame in being wrong. Whoa! Are you okay?
Oh. Yes. I'd like 2 burgers with an ostrich, please.
Come and sit up. That must have hurt a lot.
Just a little. It only hurt just a little bit.
How many fingers am I holding up?
Green.
What?
Wadagabba.
Maybe if I hit him with this, things will go back to normal.
I mean, unicorns. Is it a horse? Is it a rhino? I mean, come on. I don't know.
Can't get worse than this.
Hey, Cassie.
Hey, Carl. How are you feeling?
I mean, like $1 million.
Really? That's great.
I think I'm not cut out to be a tough guy, though.
What do you mean?
Well, crushing Carl seemed like a good idea at the time, but having real strength just ain't my thing.
Yeah, muscles and physical strength take a lot of hard work, and it's not for everyone.
Yeah, but maybe there's another type of strength I could have.
What do you mean?
Wasn't there a story in the Bible where a guy gives people strength to do really cool things, even though they may not be the biggest and strongest people?
Sure, there's plenty, but I'm thinking of the story of Joshua and Jericho.
Is that the one where Jonah gets eaten by a big old fish?
No, that's Jonah and the big fish.
Right.
Well, God had promised Joshua that Jericho would be their city. God had called them to take over the city, but it had a big wall around the whole city of Jericho.
So they gotta climb it, right?
Not quite. God tells them to walk around the city for 6 days.
Just walk?
Yep, and they gathered 7 priests with 7 trumpets as well. And on the 7th day, they were told to walk around the city 7 times. Well, this is where it gets crazy. The huge walls that surrounded the city of Jericho, they fell.
Wait, how'd they fall? Did they hit them? Wrecking ball? Earthquake? Walls just don't fall by themselves.
You're right. Walls just don't fall down without something strong pushing them down.
So what was it that knocked them down?
Well, because the people were being so obedient and patient with God, God gave them the strength to knock down those huge walls without even laying one finger on them.
Wow, so the strength God gave them wasn't like a muscle strength, but a different kind of strength. Something better.
Yep, God proved to them that if we listen and are obedient, God gives us extraordinary strength.
Whoa, you just said it. Our big idea.
Today's big idea is God gives us extraordinary strength.
So on the count of 15, we're gonna say it really loud. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. God gives us extraordinary strength. Good job, everybody. You did it.
So, do you think you're done with crushing Carl?
Yeah, I think I moved on. turned over a new leaf. Said no one.
Crushing Gall here! Crushing Gall can never die! Crushing Gall is immortal. You can never stop me as long as I'm on God's green earth. Woo!
Thank you for watching, and tune in next week for a new episode of Grow TV.
So as we learned in the video, we saw this huge town called Jericho. And so God basically told Joshua and all the Israelites, hey, you're going to go take over that city. But they're like, God, there's a massive wall surrounding this entire city. It's impenetrable. It's super legit. How the heck are we going to take it down? Like, do we need to get some like cannons? Like, what are we going to do? And God's like, you're going to walk around it. And they're like, what do you mean? Like, just kind of like take a walk, like walk our dog? He's like, yeah, literally gonna walk. So the first 6 days we see every day they take a lap of the town. And then the seventh day, God said, all right, this time I want you to do it 7 times. And at the end, blow trumpets. And they're like, why the heck would we blow? Like, what does that even mean? But Joshua's like, guys, listen, like, I know we aren't super strong, but God is super strong. So let's just let God do his thing. Let's trust him. He told us to do it. So if he told us, like, we're going to do it. And so that 7th day, they walk around the city 7 times. They blow their trumpets, and immediately the walls crumble down, kind of destroying everything in it. And they get the victory. And so the awesome thing here is even though they were just kind of like, you know, small humans in comparison to like this gigantic wall, God gave them extraordinary strength to overcome any obstacle in their way. And so what I wanted to talk to you guys this week a little bit about is whatever struggle you're going through, maybe it is this whole like, you know, virus crisis, maybe it's just struggles at school or struggles at home, God will give you strength, crazy strength to get over that. All you need to do is just ask God and say, God, how do you want me to get through this? God, I need your help. I need your strength. And he will give it to you. The great thing about God is these promises are always yes, as long as the promise is from God. So remember that this week. Maybe dig into this passage, look it up in the Bible, look up, you know, going around the walls of Jericho and just kind of read it and see what God has to say. And so while we're on that topic, grab your mom, grab your dad, grab someone to come pull out the Bible, read through the story of Jericho, and let's go over the discussion questions right now. How many priests were supposed to have trumpets? How many days did God tell Joshua to have them walk around the city walls? How many times did they walk around the city walls on the last day? What do you think is special about the number 7? Why do you think the walls would have fallen if the Israelites had only walked around the city walls for 1 day? Why was Rahab spared from the destruction of Jericho? Read Joshua 1:9. Was there a time when you needed to be strong and courageous? What does it mean to have God's strength? Thank you guys so much for joining us this week for our second part of Crossover. We're so excited to have you guys just learning about the Bible, learning about some of these awesome stories of what God did in the Old Testament and what he can do in your life. And so thankful for you guys. We'll catch you next week for part 3. See ya. Have a good week.